Hello guys, welcome back to Football Watch 90. Today we're gonna be reviewing the Puma Future 7 Ultimate. Now I got them in this slick whiteout color. I really like how it looks, and let's just start looking at the texture of this boot. We see there's a lot of little dimples there. It kind of reminds me of the Magistas that came out some while ago. Either way, the texture, it's something that you don't really appreciate or able to see when it's out zoomed out. However, upon just more careful inspections, you can actually see it. In this particular Puma Futures, it's a knitted upper. However, it's a more grippy upper in a sense because of the texture. It feels very rough. Also, the sole plate is the same that it's been for about 3 years. Personally, I do not have any issues with this sole plate. It feels a bit more aggressive on the ground, but not too aggressive to the point that you feel like you're gonna get hurt. If you are playing in natural grass, I do not recommend this in artificial grass because the studs stick out a lot. They're really tall, so you will feel some sort of stud pressure, but they will just grab onto the grass a lot. Now here, this is just putting on the shoe. I think that power tape that they implemented in the Futures is pretty good. It does feel like you can wear this shoe without laces right off the bat. It was really difficult to put it on. It does not stretch, so in that area in the arc of the foot, it really holds pretty firm. It makes it hard to put on, but once you have the shoe on, it does feel like it gives you that lockdown sensation, especially in that arc of the foot. Not sure if Puma still recommends you can wear them without the laces, but it does feel like you could do that. And as you see, I'm trying to stretch that power tape, but it really doesn't give in any kind of stretching at all. Now, in terms to the middle of the foot, I think this is where the Puma Futures really shine because it really holds your foot locked down pretty well. But then in the forefoot, it doesn't really have that sensation where it feels like it's really tight. It does feel roomy. Not too roomy, but roomy enough where it feels comfortable. Here again, you see more texture on the boot, so definitely it's not as soft as the GX. As you can see, the GX, it's a bit more pliable, more softer. There's less layers in the GX, so it's just almost like 2-3 layers in there, and as you can see, you're able to just really move the material in the upper. However, in the Future, you see that there is some sort of padding underneath the upper. Is similar to the first Future that I had reviewed, and yeah, it just goes in the forefoot along where your toes are going to be, and it gives you that sort of soft padded sensation when you are juggling the ball in the air. Nonetheless, I think that it's something that needs to break in, especially like I said, like in previous Pumas. Once you break it in, it actually softens up a lot, and I think it becomes more enjoyable to use this boot. The padding on the heel, I think it's not very thick, it's kind of minimal. I'm not a big fan of the way that a lot of Pumas and even like boots are made because the area on the heel is a bit like too flat. It doesn't have that curve that you have on the heel, especially for someone like me. I think if you have a more flatter heel, it's gonna be a really comfortable shoe. But if you do have more of a heel that sticks out the back, it's gonna be a bit more uncomfortable, but it's not a deal breaker, honestly. You just have to try it on in the store to know what size you should get. This is in a size 10, so it's kind of true to size. I don't think the Futures have any issues when it comes to size, but the speed boots, the Ultimate, the Puma speed boots do have kind of an issue when it comes to sizing. This is the grip sound test. Definitely like this whiteout color. It really makes it just look more cleaner and elegant. So it's something that reminds me of the old leather boots, especially if you talk about the Tiempos back in the day when Ronaldinho was wearing them in white. It looks pretty sick, and it kind of reminds me of that. So this is what the shoe looks like on feet. Drip check, I think this is a pass. Again, gotta pump the ball to 14 psi as is suggested by the ball manufacturer. I am using the professional FIFA Quality Pro, and I always suggest that if you want to get your technique better when it comes to kicking, you should use the balls as required or suggested by the manufacturer. One of the things that I like about the Puma Future is that there's not a lot of grip in the boots, so when you are kicking the ball, you're able to get that extra curve or the sensation that it really makes the ball curve a lot more. However, when you're dribbling, you're able to just kind of tap the ball and it'll go the direction you want it without having the ball stick to your feet. And upon wearing the GX and the Mercurials and even the Predators, I feel that sticky sensation is cool when you are kicking the ball, but when you are dribbling around cones, it really kind of gets in the way and you have to just get used to that sensation. But like previous Mercurials, the Mercurial that I reviewed last year, I feel like this is kind of makes you feel that sensation of a speedy kind of boot where you can dribble through things or through your opponent, and it just gives you that nonsense just straight to just dribbling, which I really think is an enjoyable sensation. I do think that dribbling the ball with this or juggling is pretty cool. I think I am a big fan of this upper. It, like I said, it will take some time for it to break in and just get a little softer, but I think over time it will get better and the sensations are just gonna be comfort 100%. And if I have to say something between me and you, I would tell you that I am using the Puma Futures a lot more to play games than I am using other boots like Nike or Adidas. And it comes to my surprise because I do not buy a lot of Puma boots compared to Nike, but the Pumas actually feel really comfortable, and for the price you can get a lot of Puma boots for a lot cheaper than you can get Nike or Adidas, and you're basically almost like getting first tier boot for the price of a second tier. You can find the Pumas with huge discounts in many websites, and definitely if you want to try a professional boot, I would definitely suggest to buy Puma. Now again, like I said, I do feel that the GX gives you a lot of curve when you're kicking the ball because of the grip knit, and the waxy finish on the upper makes it even more grippy. But there is some sort of padding sensation with the Puma Futures, and if you want to feel a bit more padded in your shoes, I would definitely go with the Puma Future. When it comes to the Mercurials, I feel the Mercurials are a lot more speed boot oriented, and that's a given, but nonetheless I think that it's good to have some options if you are able to afford that. The Mercurials are more minimal, so you're definitely gonna feel like you're closer to the ball when you're kicking it. It's more barefoot than the Futures. I do enjoy the slapping sensation that you get when you're kicking the ball with the Mercurials, and it's a lot more enjoyable for me. I definitely feel like Mbappe, but Mbappe has had a bad year in 2024, so I hope I don't play like him. Either way, it does feel a lot more fun to kick the ball with the Mercurials. Like I said, this barefoot sensation definitely feels like you're giving a lot more power. But then upon comparing it to the Future again, I feel that if these are the shoes that you are gonna get, you really shouldn't feel bad if you are either Nike or Adidas fan. I really think you can get a bargain with this shoe because they are going for a lot more cheaper. The colorways are coming out like crazy, and you can either get the Ultimate or the Future for a lot less than you can actually get the competitors. My final thoughts is that this is definitely a great boot. Like I said, I use Puma more often than I use other boots in game. I would definitely suggest to try this Puma's Futures, especially in this whiteout. But let me know your opinions in the comment sections. If you have the Futures, what do you think of them? Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.
Even though it's hard, it's not impossible. Tell them there's no limit, I'm unstoppable. Stop myself and guilt, then it's possible. Nobody else will play the fool. Maybe I was born just to break the rules. Stop the water for the money and fill up my pool. Not my morals or my dignity, we keep it cool. Just to work for the system, use you like a tool. How efficient do we use ourselves? That's like the story you're telling someone else's tales. All that chit chat will make you feel.